What's going on, guys? My name's Dark Populous, and this is Everquest Landmark. I suppose it's just called Landmark now, seeing as they've changed the title. But you're probably asking, what is this game? Well, it's basically, how people put it, is an adult version of Minecraft. But it has this whole cartoony style, which is somewhat similar to Star Wars: The Old Republic and the newly released WildStar. You can customize your character at the beginning in your character customization screen, though it doesn't go into that much depth. To be honest, it really shouldn't. I mean, the whole game's not developed around how your character looks, it's how the buildings you make look. Your experience with this game initially is going to be very confusing, as it has a very steep learning curve. And I personally feel like the game currently is Minecraft survival mode on peaceful, with all monsters and animals disabled. You go around the world gathering resources, whether that be trees, stones, ores, or maybe even plants. And when you have enough minerals or materials, you can start building your structures. Now, in order to start building a structure, you need to claim an area as your own, so no one else can build on it. In order to claim an area, you need to craft a claiming flag and place down the flag in the area you wish to build. You can only place down your flag to claim areas that aren't already claimed by other players. You can see which areas are claimed by other players on the map. It will show these as red highlighted squares, because the area that you can claim can only be in a square shape. It can't be in a circle shape, it can't be in a hexagon, triangle, or any other shape. It has to be a square. Now, I believe you can increase the size of your claim further on, but you have to do it after you've claimed an area. You can't do it as you're claiming it, because the size of the area that you are going to claim has to be the same at the start as everyone else's. Now, once every day you have to pay, I want to say, a certain amount of copper. The one that mine demands right now is about 300 copper per day. Now, copper's not that hard to get a hold of. It's scattered all around the map, and all you need really is a pickaxe, which you start out with conveniently. You also start out with a wood pickaxe. You also start out with a bunch of selection, deselection, and other building tools to help you build your buildings. Now, earlier I mentioned that you need to keep up a rent or upkeep in order to keep your claimable land, hence your buildings. Now, when you run out, your claim is lost. Fortunately though, the game saves any buildings lost with the claim as a template, which means you can open up the template tab and click the place button to place down that entire building without having to rebuild it from scratch. Now, in order to do this, you need the correct amount of materials to rebuild that structure on you in order for it to work. Now, when it comes to building buildings themselves, the actual placement of blocks is a lot more precise and complex than with Minecraft. You can change the sizes of the blocks that you wish to place down, and you can also change the shapes. Now, unfortunately, they don't have any circle shapes yet. They have a sphere. Now, you can make a circle out of this if you wish, but it's a bit inconvenient. You place down a sphere, you build a sphere block, or whatever it's called, and then you select the middle part and cut that out, so it's a circle by itself. Now, when it comes again to the precision and complexity of placing down these blocks, it's definitely a lot more controllable than it is with Minecraft. It's not so inconvenient as to make you rebuild things block by block all over again. You can copy and paste already built parts. So if I build a wall and I don't want to repeat the process of building that entire wall in a different side of the building, I can simply just select that wall with the selection tool, press Ctrl C, which copies the selection, and then I could press Ctrl V to paste said selection, which will make another exact duplicate of the wall that I copied a second ago, and I can place that down wherever I want. The template systems work similar to this. When you want to place down your template, it'll come up with the whole selection on your screen and you can move it around as you wish. Hell, even if you didn't like where the previous version of your building was positioned, you can reposition it by doing this. So you're never forced to take down the entire structure and rebuild if you messed up one very minor thing at the beginning that made it uneven, possibly. Again, this is also doable in Minecraft, but you need other sources to do it, such as MC Edit. So you can't just do it in-game, like you can with Landmark. So what's my final verdict for Landmark so far? You can build a lot more smaller things, and add a lot more details to your buildings. Now with Minecraft this is possible as well, but in order to do that you would need to install mods, and that by itself is quite a challenge. One thing I love about Landmark's building system is the fact that you can change the size of the blocks you are placing down with the mouse scroll wheel. Also, like Minecraft, you can use crafting stations to craft certain pieces of equipment or new blocks. Certain type of equipment you can get is tin, silver, gold, rubicite, Ethereum, and many others. You can also build props such as chandeliers, chairs, tables, windows, fireplaces, paintings, chests, flowers, flower pots, flags, and many more. Going back to the graphics real quick, I mentioned that the game looks like the Star Wars The Old Republic MMO and the WildStar MMO. Now, I feel that this is to make the game last a long time and not to look dated in the future. However, as it currently stands, the game has a hard time running smoothly. It also has issues with certain graphics cards, which makes the games crash because of their drivers, and the game tends to get funky chunks and glitchy areas a lot. And I'm currently running the GTX 760, and the game can heat up my graphics card really quickly for some reason. And on top of that, the graphics card I'm using is one of those graphics cards that the game doesn't seem to like for some reason. Constantly my game would crash because it didn't like the drivers I was using. So I had to wait until either Landmark patched this issue or until Nvidia released a new graphics card driver to make it compatible with this game. The world generation in Landmark differs from server to server. One server could be completely desert, while another server could be completely woodland. Other servers could all be nothing but snow. The islands also change shape. You can openly switch between these servers through the center of the map at the main hub, and you won't have to worry about losing your claims because you can come back to it at any time. In fact, you can place down more than one claim in different servers. When it comes to gathering materials, it's a lot more easier and convenient than Minecraft because every single material in the game is on the surface. You don't have to dig down to the Earth's core just to be able to get some diamonds or some iron. Everything again is on the surface. Iron, copper, marble, everything is on the surface. It's just on the ground all over the place, and the most common ore that you will see is conveniently copper, which you need to pay up your upkeep. The game has a lot more potential than Minecraft does just because it's a lot more complex and precise when it comes to the building. If they added mobs, if they added the ability to mod the game, this game could beat Minecraft easily. There's also one little bonus feature that I want to add to this little review commentary that I've got going, and that's the fact that you can run on water as if you were Jesus. I believe they might add swimming to the game later on. If not, then I feel like this is going to put some players off. Because some people like to build underwater. Like, some people might want to build a submarine, or better yet, they might want to build a navy ship or a pirate ship or something, and have the bottom of it touching the water. But you can't, because the game doesn't allow you to build on the under the water or anything like that. So it would just be a floating ship in the middle of the ocean.